Pepsodent.
Stick better than any other bandage.
So remember, Old Virginia, it's the top in quality.
Tonight I'm going to talk to you about truth and about fairy tales, about justice and about injustice. In the months to follow, you're going to learn that many of the things which some of the major news agencies have been telling you are untrue.
So this next segment right now is brought to you by the letter Q, specifically QAnon.
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 QAnon. QAnon.
QAnon.
QAnon.
QAnon.
QAnon.
QAnon.
QAnon.
QAnon.
QAnon.
QAnon.
Let me introduce you to QAnon.
They wore shirts and signs emblazoned with only the letter Q.
Emblazoned with the letter Q. The fringe
conspiracy theory group.
Broad and often bizarre, it's difficult to believe.
There are people who actually believe this stuff.
It takes one conspiracy and puts them all together.
This is crazy. This is insanity. This is all insane and incoherent.
So what is Q? What is QAnon? What's it all about?
How easy it is to make people believe a lie, and how hard it is to undo that work again.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
We want some of our intelligence truly to be secret, that we want to protect our nation's sources the way our journalists protect their sources.
Do you have any people paid by the CIA who are working for television networks? This, I think, gets into the kind of getting into the details, Mr. Chairman, that I'd like to get into in executive session.
This analysis that we made of the CIA's media operations disclosed, among other things, that they deliver through CIA couriers ready to print or ready to broadcast news, which is used by the media.
If true, those are the important words of the night. If true.
I've got to come over and see the fake news. Let's go. What do you have, John?
Why does it appear that we're on the brink of a war in Asia?
With a deal to start denuclearizing the Korean Peninsula.
A lot of people have approached me and suggested that I run for president.
Tonight, he's now facing decades behind bars.
And you are killing us with the inefficiency.
Aid sitting unused in a warehouse for nearly a year.
The smirk on Sandman's face.
People have judged me based off one expression.
Mueller.
Robert Mueller.
I'm not going to get into that.
I get hired by CNN.
You didn't have any journalistic training except CIA training.
What you need to remember is that when interests are working this hard to shape your opinion, their true goal might just be to add another layer between you and the truth.
You push Russia collusion from this building, from this place, the James Brady Press Briefing Room, and from the North Lawn for over 2 years, and you're going to lecture us on the truth? Go look in the mirror. Have a great day, everyone.
So you don't believe in the First Amendment?
Oh, I totally believe in the First.
But you don't. You just said the press is the enemy.
Well, you guys are weaponized. You guys are totally weaponized by the CIA.
What is that?
You guys are weaponized
by the CIA.
By the CIA.
I don't know anybody in the CIA except...
Get out!
Phil,
it's not your show, so I'm staying right here. Don't be so defensive about this. Get out!
Let's start at the beginning. What exactly is QAnon, and why is it making headlines now?
QAnon is an online conspiracy that alleges there is a deep state designed to take down Donald Trump.
The idea of a deep state, that is a conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory.
Every conspiracy theory from the right is part of QAnon. This idea that all you have to do is merely say it's a conspiracy theory and all discussion ends.
Conspiracy. Many Americans still use that word when talking about the assassination of President Kennedy 55 years ago this past Thursday.
And while we're talking conspiracy, a key part of QAnon is this idea that Trump is fighting against what they believe to be global pedophile networks amongst the elites all over the world.
Billionaire businessman Jeffrey Epstein was arrested in New York Saturday on federal charges related to sex trafficking.
And they fearmonger about non-existent child sex trafficking rings.
Is that an awful lot of this was going on in the United States, and I wasn't a party to it, and I knew nothing about it.
What's the global cabal really? Oh, it's about pedophilia.
Nygaard recruited and lured often impoverished children.
And he's revealing that the world is run by a giant pedophile ring.
She claimed that he was heavily involved in international child trafficking.
Epstein was hiding in plain sight. We all knew about him. We all knew what he was doing.
The journalists that we have in our media did a disservice to themselves, actually more than they did to this country. They did a disservice to themselves because they displayed an arrogance that is unprecedented.
We have to just go around them. We just have to go around them, and we have gone around them like nobody in history has ever gone around them.
If you had to guess, to your best ability, who you think Q is or what group Q is, who would you, if you had to say, who do you think it would be?
Q seems to be a small group of people that are very close to the president on a daily basis. They have posted photos and interesting information that would be difficult to get a hold of if you weren't very, very close to the president on a daily basis.
A public intelligence dissemination program whereby they're utilizing anonymous online posting boards such as 4chan and 8chan as a back channel.
A lot of it tracked current events, particularly during the Trump-Russia investigation, because many of the QAnon followers believed that this was just a deep state attempt to take out a sitting president who's really a Washington outsider.
For sure, they don't want him around.
No,
none of those people that have been in politics, established politics forever.
They didn't think he was going to win, so they did all this shit thinking Hillary was going to win. But now that he won, they're going back and looking at all the text messages from all these super powerful people.
What does QAnon stand for? What do you all believe?
I believe that somebody who's trying to awaken the public to what's really going on in the world.
It's a movement, man. It's the shift. I can feel it coming. Some call it the Great Awakening.
Spread it. Combat the mainstream media. I mean, we're fighting a battle on all fronts here.
And so the American people decided to take over the idea of information. They took over the idea of information, and they did it through social media.
Good to have Q posting again.
Whenever Q plus posts on the board, it is President Trump.
They're not after me, they're after you. I'm just in the way. And this was a retweet.
It seems that Twitter is holding out President Trump's tweets from view.
At some point, these people are going to wake up, and when they do, we need to be here for them. We need to be here to help them understand what's taken place.
Everything is at light speed right now. Everything is accelerating.
Boom. Platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter are using artificial intelligence to find some of the content and make it less visible to users.
They all say that they're taking efforts, in particular Facebook and Twitter say they're making efforts to get this garbage off the internet, but some of it still lingers.
YouTube started reprogramming its algorithms in the US to recommend questionable videos much less.
When so many in the media are reporting the same stories, promulgating the same narratives, relying on the same sources, even using the same phrases. When everybody's on the same page, it might be the result of an organized campaign.
Any evidence that would seem to contradict the conspiracy is further proof of the conspiracy. It cannot be disproven, or to use a term from science, it is not falsifiable. A hypothesis is falsifiable if you could imagine a way to prove it wrong through observation.
There's a lot of like, oh, it's Dan Scavino, it's maybe it's Michael Flynn. I mean, like there's no real.
Or Trump himself. Some people have speculated.
Yeah, is Q Trump himself?
And not a word from the White House about this.
Well, President Trump has never said anything about this organization.
He has retweeted profiles with the QAnon logo and QAnon messaging in their bios.
They've been asking a lot of White House reporters to ask Trump about Q. It doesn't seem like anyone is taking them up on their offers.